Are you ready?
Welcome to another Adams Cable Sports presentation of high school football as Lakeland celebrates Homecoming 2015 with the Chiefs taking on the Nanticoke Trojans. Brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center, NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by your Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Main Street, Sunoco, Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street, Childs, Figlamini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929, Nick's Excavating and Paving. The starting lineups for today's game are presented by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. It's time for high school football at Lakeland Stadium and Homecoming 2015 as the Lakeland Chiefs face the Nanticoke Trojans. With the pregame show and the call of today's game, here's Nick Homick, Glenn Muskowski, and Steve Young.
Welcome to another edition of Adams Cable Channel 7 High School Football, and today we are at Lakeland as the Chiefs will celebrate Homecoming 2015. Joining me for the broadcast, Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick behind the camera. Glenn, both teams are coming off of losses, and they hope to get back on the winning track here tonight.
Well, it's going to be who's going to play the better defense, Steve. How is Lakeland's offense going to go? They had a tough one last week. Nanticoke had a tough one last week, so it's all going to be coming from the heart this week. Who's going to play better? Who's going to want it more? That's what I can see so far for this game.
It's a beautiful night for high school football, and we expect a great crowd on hand for Homecoming 2015, and all of the action is coming up here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Dremel. Hey, Dremel?
No, I'm David.
Can't find what you're looking for? Adams Cable Service has the perfect tool to find what you want, when you want. Just use your remote to access on demand. The on-screen menus make it easy to find thousands of favorite hit movies and shows you can play instantly. Adams Cable Service. It's all about you.
Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin. At Tom's Floor Shop, Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
When your car does this, call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale. Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family. The Gabriel family and the staff at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated of Carbondale send best wishes to our local athletes and teams for a successful season. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service from Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale.
Coach, we don't see you too often in the Lackawanna Football Conference, and quite frankly, I don't know if we've ever broadcasted one of your games. But because we don't know much about your team, can you give us a quick rundown, and what are some of the key players that we'll be looking for tonight?
Oh, absolutely. We have a young football team this year. We only roster 6 seniors. One of them is our number 44, Alec Norton. He's our primary running back, plays fullback in our wing tee. Number 24 is a solid player for us. You'll see him at halfback playing in our wing tee formation. 88, our tight end's a solid player in defensive end. 68's one of our better linemen as a sophomore. We have a young football team this year.
A young football team. You are 1-2 records. Getting off at a little slow start here. Expecting better things as we move on.
Oh, absolutely. If we could protect the football, I mean, we'd be a 3-0 football team right now with a young team. A lot of guys with first-year varsity experience this year, you know, get the early jitters of the season. So we take care of the football. We'll be an all right football team.
Well, good luck to you tonight, and have a good one.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We're here with head coach Jeff Wasilchak from the Lakeland Chiefs. Coach, 2 tough games back-to-back. Either one of those games you could have probably won if your team played just a couple, I would assume, a couple plays here or there. Give us a rundown. How mentally ready is your team this week?
Well, we better be mentally ready. You know, every week's a different challenge. I mean, and you got to kind of put the past behind you, move on to the future. You know, yeah, they were 2 tough losses, but you got to suck it up and get on to next week.
And how would you prepare for Nanticoke this week?
The same way we prepare for anybody else. You know, study the film, formulate a game plan, and work on it all week.
Okay, Coach. Listen, it could be a good game tonight. Nice weather and everything ready to go. Have a good one.
Well, thank you.
Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School football.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium for Week 4 of high school football as the Nanticoke Trojans will take on the Lakeland Chiefs here at Homecoming 2015. What a night for football. Cooling off very, very rapidly on the way to the stadium here tonight, guys. A comfortable temperature of 70 degrees, but once that sun goes down behind the trees, it cools off quick. Nick, how is it up on top of the booth?
It sounds very windy up here, but judging by the flag, it's not, but it is getting brisk.
And here comes Lakeland making their way into the stadium. And for homecoming, they're wearing the red jerseys, and fans in the stands are wearing their red attire for a red out here at Chapman Lake on this Friday night.
Steve, how'd you get on the memos? It's a red out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, it was, to tell you the truth, it was in the paper.
Oh, it was? Yes. I guess I don't read my paper.
That was a couple of weeks ago, I saw.
Really?
Well,
yeah.
You might not. You better either start reading the paper or just start reading, period.
Or stop,
I get
or stop
the paper
going
and I
on,
read it all the time, but I guess I must have missed it.
or stop going on vacation.
That's it.
No, you don't want to do that. So Lakeland and Nanticoke, as the co-captains, will go to the 50-yard line for the coin toss, and we'll see who will kick off and receive. As for Lakeland, Nick, when you take a look at their football team, they're going to run the football. They've got Cy Babkinik in the backfield along with Eric Furco at fullback, Mike Lowry at the tailback spot, and they really like to run the football.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We always make the joke, oh, this game flies by when you run the football, but nowhere to lie. I mean, this game should be over in about 10 minutes because I think both teams are going to want to run the football.
And now your starting lineups for today's game, presented by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where the smart new collection of fall and winter apparel is arriving daily. Going to a formal affair or special occasion? Let the experience of Sam Kalura at Roselle Department Store work for you in a perfectly tailored tuxedo by Sarno & Son. Roselle is school uniform headquarters for Lakeland, Carbondale area. LaSalle Academy, Holy Cross, Forest City, and Valley View, and they offer prompt, reliable laundry and dry cleaning services. You can rely on Roselle Department Store for unsurpassed quality, style, and value. Sam and the staff at Roselle Department Store in Carbondale are proud to present your starting lineups for today's game between Lakeland and Nanticoke after our national anthem. Beautiful voice of Brooke Stearns with our national anthem here at Lakeland Stadium. Just about set for the kickoff as we present the Roselle Department Store starting lineups for Nanticoke offensively. Justin Carey at tight end, Matt Poinkowski at split end, John Keefe at left tackle, Cooper Bartle at right tackle, John Guzak at left guard, Chris Sywell at right guard, and Nick Capuzzi is at center. Matt Rubel, the sophomore quarterback, will lead the offense. In the backfield at fullback, Alec Norton, a senior. He is 6'1", 230 pounds, 70 carries on the year for 468 yards and 6 touchdowns. Osiris Lehman Brown is at tailback, a 5'10", 185-pound senior, and Nick Litzy is the flanker. He is a 5'10", 185-pound senior. Defensively for Lakeland, Josh Wayman at left end, a senior, 6'3" and 215, as we continue with the Roselle Department Store starting lineups. Kevin Johnson at the right end, a junior, 5'11" and 190. Corey Bednash at left tackle, a senior, 6'1", 260. And Antonio Sermonero is at right tackle, a senior, at 6 foot and 205 pounds. It will be Lakeland to tee up the football and kick off to Nanticoke. 2 are deep for the Trojans. And it will be Colin Cooper to kick it off. And the high end-over-end kick will be caught at the 9-yard line by Litzy. Litzy on the return carries the football across the 25 and is dropped at the 27-yard line. As we continue with the defensive alignment for Lakeland, brought to you by Roselle Department Store. Cy Babconik at the left outside linebacker. He's a sophomore. Rob Bomba, the other outside linebacker, a junior. Eric Furco and Joe Pigeon are the inside linebackers. Cody Roop, a senior at left corner. Luke Petinato at right corner, a senior. And Garth Eastat lines up at free safety. First down and 10 for the Nanticoke Trojans, as Rubel will take the snap and hand off to the tailback, and he falls forward across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
I think that was Alec Norton, the fullback, took the ball that time, Steve, but he was hit twice and still managed to pick up close to 5 yards on that play. He's a rugged runner.
Second down and about 5 for Nanticoke from its own 32-yard line, as Rubel will survey the Lakeland defense in the 4-4 alignment. And there is the handoff, and Lakeland is all over this play for a 2-yard loss to the 30.
Well, the middle of the Lakeland defense was all over Norton that time.
Yeah, and big thing about the defense, they gotta read their keys and stay at home. You know, a lot of multiple movements with that wing tee.
Third down and 7 for the Nanticoke Trojans as they work against the Lakeland defense that is giving up about just about 18 points a ball game this season. And the sophomore Matt Rubel back to throw, plants and fires, and the pass is complete at the 45-yard line for a Trojan first down. Boy, that was a great pass from the sophomore. Justin Casey on the receiving end, a 6'3", 190-pound junior. And that will sustain the drive for Nanticoke. So up to the line of scrimmage come the Trojans. Rubel will hand it off, and they try to run up the gut of this Lakeland defense, and that's a tough assignment.
Well,
a lot of size across that defensive line with Wayman at 215, Bednash 260, Sermonero 205.
They're not going to. They're going to have a quick hitter to get through that defensive line. They're all going to the ball, Nick, and that's a good thing for Lakeland.
Yeah, they need to fly around on defense.
2 minutes gone by, first quarter, man in motion, Litzy. And it looks like he will take the handoff and squirts up across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
You know,
let's check. That was Norton, I believe, on the carry.
Yep.
If you're Lakeland, you really have to make your reads really quick because the running backs are only about 2 yards past the quarterback. So, it's a lot of quick, multiple movements, like we said.
Ron Bruza is a 2000 graduate of Nanticoke and was an assistant coach at Nanticoke, and he replaced Lou Sella, of course, who was now at Montrose and back in 2010. And how about the job Lou Sella has done getting Montrose off to that winning streak? And there's movement on the line.
In typical Lou Sella fashion.
Sure.
When's the last time Montrose won 2 games in a row?
Yeah, they have a 2-1 mark, and they face Holy Cross tonight.
Well, possibly 3, but Holy Cross coming off a big win in double overtime last Saturday at St. Anthony's Playground.
You know, guys, I was thinking about this today. It's really good to see Montrose picking up wins, Holy Cross picking up wins, because these teams get a little bit of confidence, and it's better for, the overall conference. It was great to see them pick up those wins. Now Rubel in trouble and is sacked. Now for the Lakeland Chiefs coming up to make the tackle, that was Eddie Cavalier defensively.
He busted through there and never gave up on that. Loss of about 7.
That will bring up a 4th down situation for Nanticoke, and the punting unit is on in a scoreless first quarter as we near 8.5 minutes remaining. And this will be Norton to boot it away to our deep for Lakeland, and they are going to receive it. And this is Garth Eastat along the far side, up across the 45. Eastat still on his feet and is run out of bounds near midfield.
He had a whole wall set up over here with nobody within about 15 yards of him.
The 27-yard return gives Lakeland very good field position to start their series.
Yeah. Easy for us to say from up here, but
Yeah,
it's not easy to make that decision on your feet. But he still turned it into a good return. You're still got a great field position.
I tell you, he only had one guy to beat.
Yeah.
At the 48-yard line of Nanticoke, and we'll run down the Trojan defense for you in just a moment. And, of course, the Lakeland offense brought to you by Roselle Department Store. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs from the Trojan 48. As Roop will go on a pitch, and it's coming near side. Babcock, the sophomore, to the 45-yard line. Offensively for Lakeland, Nick Setta, the senior at tight end, Rob Bomba at split end, he's a junior, Eddie Cavalier at left tackle, Antonio Sermonero at right tackle, Josh Wayman at left guard, Corey Bednash at right guard, Dylan Reeves at center, Roop at quarterback, Eric Furco lines up at fullback, and Cy Babcock at tailback. Bilotis, Petnato, and Harding will alternate at flanker. Here's a quick hitter to Furco, and Furco with a first down for Lakeland to the Nanticoke 37. Defensively for Nanticoke, brought to you by Roselle Department Store, Justin Casey at left end, Tyler Kowalski at right end, Brad Markowski at left tackle, Ian Novakowski at nose guard, Cooper Bartle at right tackle, Alec Norton and John Guzak are the linebackers, Nick Litzy and Mark Walters are the corners, Robert Roth and Cyrus Brown are the men in the secondary. And this is Babcock breaking tackles, and there he goes all the way for the touchdown.
Really threw a beautiful stiff arm there. It really sprung him.
Cy Babcock, the sophomore, coming into this game with 171 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. He scores number 4 to give Lakeland an early 6-0 advantage.
Player down back here from Nanticoke.
So he will be attended to as time will be stopped.
A nice 37-yard run by Babcock. He got to the outside and nobody caught him at all. Just ran away from everyone.
So we'll take a look and see just how long that injured player will be down. Fans continue to make their way into Lakeland Stadium for Homecoming 2015. And we are going to go to a quick break and return after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Football.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Here's Colin Cooper for the point after with Lakeland leading 6-0. And he hooked, it's good. It looked like he hooked it to the left, but it is good. And Lakeland has a 7-0 lead over Nanticoke with 7:14 to play first quarter on Adams Cable High School Football.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
The action continues from the 50-yard line with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Channel 7 High School Football.
Alongside Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, Steve Young with you on this beautiful Friday night for football here at Lakeland with the Chiefs leading 7-0 over Nanticoke. Colin Cooper to kick it off for Lakeland.
He's got a good foot.
That's a great kick. This is going to go into the end zone for a touchback as Nick Litzy wisely will kneel in the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line as Nanticoke will bring its offensive unit back onto the field for the second time tonight, trailing 7-0.
Steve, that's exactly what Lakeland needed after a tough loss to Valley View last week. Get the ball, take it down the field, and get a nice run by Babcock. That's got to put a lot of momentum on their side. Now they got to come back with another defensive stand and try to get the ball back as quickly as possible and try to do this again.
Well, a lot of games going on around the area tonight. And Carbondale, of course, is at Honesdale. Wallenpaupack at Valley View. How about that one? We hope to have some updates for you coming up as the Nanticoke Trojans will go with the running attack, and they get a gain of 5 on the play.
That was Brown.
Cyrus Brown taking it out to the 25-yard line. Coming into this game, he has almost 200 yards rushing and a touchdown. 2nd and 5 for Nanticoke, as Nick Capuzzi will lead the Trojans to the line of scrimmage. Rubel on the handoff. And they're going to be very close to another first down. Have to check the spot as they unpile near the 30, Nick.
But I think you're going to give it to them.
Maybe not. Let me see. Are they going to move the sticks?
Front chain wanted to move.
The first guy was ready to take off, and
must be from Nanticoke.
3rd and short. 3rd and inches for the Nanticoke Trojans with a split backfield, and wow, will a second effort get this guy the first down at the 31?
The spot looks good over the other side.
Pickup of about a tough 2 yards.
Alec Norton, boy, he was initially popped behind the line of scrimmage, but the second effort paid dividends and gave him the first down.
You just look at him from this distance away, he looks like he's just a physical specimen.
Looks like John Riggins with that 44 on.
You must have been watching Thursday Night Football last night.
I hope you're not a Washington fan.
I hope not either. The college game was a lot better than the NFL game last night. I got news for you.
Play clock running down, and Nanticoke will have to take a timeout.
How about that scene
last night,
Steve? Red skies at night, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm loving this. This is great. This is my weather, guys. I just wish I could take this weather and bottle it if I could. But 7-0 your score. Lakeland leading Nanticoke with 5:37 to play here in the first quarter on Homecoming 2015. Great to have you on board for tonight's action here on Channel 7. Lakeland will talk things over on the near side with their coaching staff. Of course, Jeff Wasilchak and company. Ron Bruza in his 6th year on the far side. Well, Nanticoke, a very young team, and they're trying to build off of that 4-6 record they produced last year overall.
He says there's only a handful of seniors he starts on this team this year, so they're going to take some lumps and, as we all said, learn as they go.
From the 31-yard line, it is 1st down and 10 for the Trojans. Rubel on the toss play. Cyrus Brown will go around the far side for about a gain of, let's check the spot.
About 5?
About 4 or 5 yards on that carry, so.
It's a pretty quick runner.
He looks like he's ready to pop one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
He seems like after he takes his second step, he's in full stride.
Yeah, he looks like he's
ready to go.
Too.
2nd down and 5 for the Trojans as we near 5 minutes remaining first quarter. 7-0. Lakeland your leader. Flags on the play. So, Nick, how was your vacation as Nick Homick was away last week on vacation?
It was very nice, very relaxing.
That's what you need.
Outer Banks, I highly recommend it.
Beautiful time of year to go down there, isn't it?
Yeah, we had good weather. From what I understand, it was a little bit warmer up here, but
yeah,
you're at the beach, I can't complain.
No complaints when you're at the beach,
nope.
No matter what the weather is.
Yeah, that's great. Let's hope it continues right into November.
Hey, listen, it can go right till December and then get warmer.
Yep.
2nd and 10. Nanticoke from its own 31. And they'll go with the running attack and shut down after a short gain. Maybe of 1 on the play, that's all. Talking about some games going on tonight. Western Wayne plays at Mid-Valley. That's an interesting matchup for the Wildcats.
It was an interesting game last year. I don't know if it's got the same kind of firepower this year, but it should be entertaining nonetheless.
Of course, Lake Lehman, Old Forge, both teams undefeated, going at it tonight down in Pizza Town. 3rd down and 10.
That place will be rocking tonight down there.
That place is always rocking. 3rd down and 10 from the 31 off the play fake. Rubel to throw. Oh, and he had a man wide open. He could not hang on to the football.
They found something in that Lakeland zone right there.
Yeah, that's the second time they attacked that area.
Yeah, he just found the dead area in there. He settles down. Just got to make the catch.
And a punting situation for Alec Norton of Nanticoke. as the drive stalls for the Trojans. Norton gets a good snap. His line drive, end over and kick, picked up at the 40. And dancing around, that looks like Eastat, and he is in Trojan territory near the 48-yard line.
Again, second time they had the ball. Second time they had the ball on the Nanticoke side of midfield, which is excellent for Lakeland.
Well, we'll see if the Chiefs can take advantage of the good field position on this drive as they hold a 7-0 lead. 3 minutes, 47 seconds to play, first quarter. And now Lakeland will set it up as Mike Lowry will be a wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. And Lakeland will go with the running attack. And there they go for a first down and more inside the 25-yard line. Furco getting the call, the 6', 228-pound junior.
Nice solid run by Furco, 25-yard run.
Well,
Lakeland's got some underclassmen in that backfield.
Well, Babcock is a sophomore.
Years, yeah.
Lowry is a junior. Furco a junior. First down and 10. Lakeland from the Nanticoke 23. And the handoff will come to the near side. It's a great sweep with blocking, and Lowry will turn the corner and then is belted as he goes inside the 15-yard line. Well, I think head coach Jeff Wasilchak wanted to try to control the line of scrimmage with the size of his offensive line, and right now it's paying dividends as they are moving the football well. With the football spotted at the 11 of Nanticoke, first down and 10.
Well, they're moving it in big chunks.
Jake Gross on a handoff. Go inside the 5-yard line. Justin Casey making the tackle for the Nanticoke Trojans. So Lakeland is taking advantage of the good field position. They have a 7-0 lead, and they're looking for more with 2.5 to play first quarter.
Well, this is a complete opposite of the way they played on offense last week. They seem to be more aggressive, and they get the momentum, and they're really moving the ball nicely down the field.
Gross with Bilotis in motion. Lowry takes the handoff and then is gang tackled down at about the 2-yard line. So right now, Lakeland grinding it out as Luke Patinato, the senior, will check in with the play from the near sideline. And here come the Chiefs with Dylan Reeves leading Lakeland to the line of scrimmage. Gross will hand it off. Lowry gets the call. Lowry keeping the feet moving, and he is stopped at the 1-yard line.
That did not get in.
But he did get a first down.
Wow.
So that's a big first down. Lakeland will have 4 tries to punch it in right here. Impressive drive by Lakeland as Furco will dot the I formation. Gross will set them down. And it's Lowry to run into the end zone for an uncontested touchdown. And the Chiefs have a 13-0 lead over Nanticoke. Nico Perano will hold for Lakeland as Cooper will attempt the point after with the Chiefs up 13-0. And Lakeland takes a 14-0 lead over Nanticoke with 1:27 to play here first quarter on Adams Cable High School Football.
The Gabriel family and the staff at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated of Carbondale send best wishes to our local athletes and teams for a successful season. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service from Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale.
The action continues from the 50-yard line with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Channel 7 High School Football.
Lakeland scores once again to take a 14-0 lead over Nanticoke. And now it will be Cooper to kick it off for the Chiefs. Good high end-over-end kick. Inside the 10, back to the 5 on the return. Nanticoke Trojans will take the football out to the 25-yard line. Well, so for Lakeland, they took advantage of great field position. And for the Nanticoke Trojans, they have struggled here offensively in the first quarter.
They're getting the ball and they're moving the ball, but then when it comes down to the key play, third and, they seem to just have a hard time gaining that little bit of a yardage.
Sophomore quarterback Matt Rubel to throw, and this pass is complete to Justin Casey. Casey is a great target at 6'3", 190 pounds, and a junior. So they see a little bit of an opening in that Lakeland defense, so they'll pick up a gain of about 5 on that play. 2nd and 5 for the Trojans with under 1 minute to play first quarter. Rubel on an inside handoff, and that will go to Litzy. Litzy was dancing around and got up across the 35-yard line before he was whacked there by the Lakeland defense. And the chain gang will move the sticks on the far side of the field as the Trojans pick up the first down.
Quick update here, guys. Prep and Scranton is scoreless after 1. Scranton, I guess, had a goal line stand.
Well, that's probably a rivalry that's been building for a few years now.
From what I understand, Prep's got a pretty good team.
Rubel off the play fake, plants, fires, looks downfield, and overthrows his intended receiver, and it was almost picked off in the secondary.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Will they?
Yeah, that judge is coming in.
That was Petinato picking it off. So for Lakeland, they come up with a big defensive play on the interception, and the Chiefs will take over near midfield. So for Lakeland, taking advantage of opportunities here in this first quarter, and with 17 seconds to play, they will go back on the offensive attack. From their own 49-yard line, first down and 10. And this time Cody Roop is in a quarterback, and he will hand it off. And the ball carrier falls forward to the 45-yard line, as that was Babcock on the carry. And that will bring an end to quarter number 1 here at Lakeland Stadium on Homecoming 2015, with Lakeland leading Nanticoke 14-0 here on Adams Cable High School Football.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School Football.
Week 4 of high school football underway as Lakeland has a 14-0 lead over Nanticoke as we kick off quarter number 2 here at Lakeland Stadium. Great to have you on board tonight for all of the action here on Channel 7. Lakeland will go to work facing 2nd down and 4 from the Nanticoke 45-yard line. And this is Roop on a toss play. And it looks like Lowry getting the call, and Lowry falls forward inside the 35-yard line for a Lakeland first down. Boy, he's been a workhorse in the first half of this ball game.
He has 4 carries in the first quarter for 25 yards and a touchdown, and that's one for about 11.
Lakeland now will send Lowry as a wide receiver on the top of your screen, and Furco will be the lone setback. And off the play fake, wide open. Garth Eastat.
21.
Let's check that. Nick Setta, the tight end, was wide open in the middle of the secondary and took it all the way for the touchdown.
He just ran a seam route. Nobody even picked him up.
And Lakeland now has a 20-0 lead over Nanticoke. Well, Colin Cooper has had a very busy first half here against the Nanticoke Trojans. And he will attempt the extra point once again. Perfect snap. And the kick is good. We're 30 seconds into quarter number 2, and Lakeland leads Nanticoke 21-0 on Adams Cable High School Football.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop. Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs. Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School Football.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium. Homecoming 2015, and Lakeland has jumped out to a 21-0 lead over the Nanticoke Trojans. They tee up the football, and they will kick off to Nanticoke. Here is Cooper to kick it off. Boy, he is a good kicker. Gets it up there nice and high, and from the 5-yard line, Nanticoke will return it. Nick Litzy, the senior, takes the football out across the 20-yard line, and the Nanticoke Trojan offense that has struggled thus far in the first half will come back out on the field and try to get something going.
Well, you might think it's early in this game, but really, if Nanticoke gets nothing going now and Lakeland gets the ball back in some kind of field position, Nanticoke's in real trouble.
Football spotted at the Trojan 22-yard line, as Nanticoke will talk it over. And quarterback Matt Rubel coming from the far sideline. And they will be set to run their offense. Rubel will send a man in motion, and the toss play will go to Norton, and he is strung out for no gain on the play.
Well, I can't imagine that Coach Wasilchuk didn't say, wherever this Norton kid goes, boys, you better be with him, because they are doing one heck of a job against him early in this game.
Yeah, most definitely. And what Nanticoke's been trying to do most of this game here is run an unbalanced line, so they're really trying to overload one side and run into the overload.
2-yard gain on the last play, 2nd and 8. The Trojans from their own 24-yard line. Rubel With a man in motion, toss play. Norton breaks a tackle at the 30, dragged down near the 35-yard line.
It's a nice solid run by Norton for a first down.
So the first down will sustain the drive for the Trojans. Lakeland celebrating homecoming 2015. Good crowd on hand for tonight's game. Perfect weather. You couldn't ask for any better.
Well, it is, and it's, you know, as you said, as long as it could stay this way, let it stay this way.
Yeah, keep the golf clubs on.
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with golf clubs in the middle of October.
Norton will take the handoff, but Lakeland holds a team meeting on him right there. Yeah, Norton is the go-to guy, the 6'1", 230-pound senior out of that fullback position. Under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Lakeland 21, Nanticoke nothing. Next week we will be off, an open date on the schedule, and then in 2 weeks back in the Pioneer City for football action between Lackawanna Trail and Carbondale, as Rubel will roll to his right side. Under pressure, unloads, and wisely throws it out of bounds.
That's good defense down the receivers downfield. There was just nobody open.
And a wise decision to throw it away, too.
Yeah, that was.
Because he had plenty of time. I mean, he could look, and there was just nothing.
Well, usually, you know, you'll see a sophomore quarterback try to fire the ball into 2 or 3 defenders, but Rubel, for a sophomore, shows a lot of poise. You know, he saw that the coverage was there and wisely threw it out of bounds to stop the clock. So
you see NFL quarterbacks try to wire that.
Yeah.
Not good outcome.
My Giants finally got one, Nick.
Yeah, they didn't give it away either.
They tried hard.
Hey,
they tried hard to give it away.
They're just a giving bunch.
Yeah. Great guys.
Yeah.
3rd down and 8. And it's Norton trying to turn the corner. And Lakeland defensively very, very tough tonight, as they could just kind of key on Norton. 4th down and long, and the punting unit will come on as Norton will drop back. He's sat back there along with Babcock, awaiting the kick. Norton gets a good snap. Good kick. He'll angle it to the far sideline, and it will roll out of bounds. Let's check where they will mark this football.
36.
Up to 39. Let's check this.
They're moving up 36.
Believe it or not, Lakeland's worst starting field position of the night.
We're going to mark this football. Yeah, now they'll go back and place it right at the 36. Glenn was right on target.
Hey.
Eagle eye.
These new glasses.
Worth every penny.
Believe me, I bought a good pair, and I said to this person, I said, give me a cheap pair so I could throw them around. and they weren't cheap, but they were cheaper.
Yeah.
Lakeland will go to work with Jake Frost running the offense, and Lakeland turns it over.
Just dropped the ball.
I don't know who had it.
John Guzak, the 5'9", 250-pound sophomore, recovered the fumble for Nanticoke, and this will be their best field position of the evening at the Lakeland 35-yard line as they trail 21-0, and a big opportunity right here.
Yeah, Nanticoke needs to put some sort of drive together to get some points on the board right here.
Now we'll see what they can do with this field position.
Yep.
Now we have a whistle. Don't see a flag on the field.
Somebody talking through it. He's taking his good old time motion of what it's going to be, though. Illegal substitution.
Hey, this is the second game in a row that we don't have the officials all mic'd up. What's going on?
We have to get into the new millennium up here. You know, even Carbondale, the last game we had, Steve, they weren't mic'd up at all either. And they usually have a good system down there.
1st and 5. Norton takes the pitch, lowers the shoulder, and plows to the 26-yard line. Bomba in on the tackle. Luke Pettinato in the vicinity for the Chiefs. Nick Seta will check out of the Lakeland lineup and come to the near sideline. He'll be replaced in the secondary by Garth Eastat. 2nd and 1 for the Trojans as we near 8 minutes remaining. First half. And up to the line of scrimmage comes Nanticoke, as sophomore quarterback Matt Rubel will set them down. Litzy goes in motion. He will take the handoff. Litzy looking for an opening and then is cut down after a short gain on the play.
Well, probably just enough for a first down.
Josh Wayman, the left defensive end, made the tackle for Lakeland.
Just enough.
And a player is down for the Nanticoke Trojans. So we'll check with Nick, give Nick an opportunity to fire up that new technology that he has there. And
I'll tell you what, with the Lackawanna County open Wi-Fi up here, it's great.
You were able to get that working.
Well, it's open.
I know, but I was here the other day. Now, I don't know if I had the computer here. I don't know.
Well, let's start with the Carbondale area. At the end of 1 is losing to Honesdale 12-0. In the first quarter, Walpole Pack 7, Valley View 6. Myers 13, Lackawanna Trail 6 at the end of the first quarter. Scott Walk with a 1-yard touchdown run. Western Wayne cuts into Mid-Valley's lead 14-7. At the end of 1, Lake Lehman and Old Forge knotted up at 7.
Some good games going on around the area. The injured player was Chris Sywell, the right guard of the Nanticoke offense. So he was helped off the field. Hopefully he will get back into action as Nanticoke will go to work, looking down the barrel of 1st down and 10 from the Lakeland 24. And
a little movement.
There's the flag.
Interior lineman, Jackal. That's the first penalty for Nanticoke tonight.
And it will move the football back to the 31-yard line and bring up 1st down and 15 for the Trojans.
Really had a lull here in this game, guys. A lot of mistakes between Lakeland's fumble, some penalties here.
Robert Roth is wide at the bottom of your screen as Matt Rubel will run the offense with a split backfield behind him, and he will hand it off. Loose football. Who has it?
I think Brown. Look at Brown recovered his own fumble, I think.
Boy, Kevin Johnson of Lakeland was right in the area near the football, but fortunately Nanticoke recovers, and they will keep the football facing 2nd down and about 17 yards to go. Nick Capuzzi brings Nanticoke to the line of scrimmage. And Rubel will hand it off. Here comes Norton on the carry. Well, let's check that. That was Brown.
That was Brown.
Norton wears 44. Brown is 24. Brown is much thinner. He's 5'10", 185 pounds, and a senior. Boy, I think if you get Brown in the open field, he could really do some damage.
Yeah, he's looks like he's as I said before, looks like he's full speed on his 2nd step. But the Lakeland defense is doing a nice job containing these 2 runners.
3rd down and 16. Rubel steps up in the pocket and is caught on the play.
That's the number 26 on the tackle for Lakeland, Joe Pigeon.
Left inside linebacker Joe Pigeon making the tackle, a senior, 5'10" and 155 pounds.
But that's not a name you recognize up here, is it?
Yeah, how about that?
Dad Paul was the quarterback in the 1987 championship team.
Yeah, they moved back to the area, right, Nick?
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Yeah, that is great. Are they going to try a field goal? Yes, they are.
Wow, how long is this? 47 yards.
Ed Lukowski just comes up short. Wow. So Lakeland will take over the possession with 5:21 left to play in the first half, leading 21-0.
That's confidence in your kicker, 47 yards.
Hey.
Well,
you had a little bit of a win with him, though.
Lakeland ball at the 20-yard line.
You know, if they were a little bit closer, they might have put up 3 points, guys.
Well, it looks like both kickers have a good foot.
Yeah. From the 20-yard line. First down for Lakeland. And Gross off the play fake. Looking near side. Seta at the 45 on the reception. Wide open.
All of a sudden, Lakeland opens up the passing game here. Well, that's what the run will do for you.
Nick Litzy made the tackle for the Trojan defense.
But if you're Lakeland, though, you're asking where was all this last week?
Well,
I understand it's different competition, but
Lakeland was really just
you'd like
stopped,
to have it.
just shut down in that ball game against the Valley View Cougars. From the 40, first down and 10. Lowry gets the call. Lots of running room. Spun down at the 31-yard line.
This Lowry's run has a nice game going for himself.
Cyrus Brown making the tackle.
Allen Court. Flag on the play.
Play is halted with 4:48 remaining in the first half. 21-0, the Chiefs. Chiefs hit with the penalty.
Oh, so that whole run is nullified? Holding. Okay, I guess so.
Holding against Lakeland, still first down. Ball at midfield.
The football is spotted at midfield with Lakeland facing first down and 20. As they break the huddle, Luke Pettinato wide on the near side. And Lakeland will work out of the shotgun as Gross will throw, and wide open is Kevin Johnson on the reception. Spun down at the 32-yard line. Cyrus Brown on the tackle, once again for Nanticoke. Well, here's a good way to try to build some confidence in your passing attack with junior quarterback Jake Gross running the offense right now. Lakeland on the move with a 21-point lead. And this time, Gross will come up under center. With Furco dotting the I formation, handoff Lowry. Weaving his way through the defense, still on his feet, he won't go down and is finally caught near the 20.
Down by 44, Allen Courtney. At the 20. Take that to 19, first and 10.
Estat will check into the game for Lakeland. And here come the Chiefs. Estat will be a wide receiver on the far side with Rob Bomba. Gross to take the snap. Toss play, Lowry blocking, and Lowry along the far sideline for a 19-yard touchdown.
Well, he was probably hit by 3 different defenders, and he just bounced off all 3 of them for a nice 19-yard touchdown run.
And Lakeland has taken a 27-0 lead over Nanticoke at the 3:27 mark left in the first half. So the run and the pass combination on that drive pays dividends for the Chiefs, and Cooper, Colin Cooper, the senior, 6'1", 165 pounds, will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Nico Perano. Got it.
Wow.
that was probably...
I don't think that was Cooper, was it?
Was it?
No.
No. Let's check that. Okay. Let's make sure. That was Wesley Strong, and that was his 3rd extra point of the season. So we'll go to a break with Lakeland up 28-0 on Adams Cable High School Football.
Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium with Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick. Steve Young with you on this Friday night, Homecoming 2015, and the Chiefs holding a 28-0 lead over the Nanticoke Trojans. Lakeland now will tee it up and kick off to Nanticoke. This line drive kick will be caught at the 10-yard line, and Nanticoke will return it. Litzy on the return for the Trojans. And Nanticoke will have 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in this first half to try to get something going offensively, as they have virtually been shut down in the first half of this football game.
Yeah, they certainly have. The Lakeland came out with a lot of momentum on their side, trying to avenge, I guess, the loss that they had to Valley View, and they are really at this point putting it to Nanticoke, both on the offense and defensive side of the ball.
Let's check that spot from the 24. It's Nanticoke offensively, as Rubel will go on a pass play near side. Norton has it, and a flag.
That's all for naught, I think. It's going to be coming back.
Yeah, right in front of the official. That was an easy
you
call.
can't. You can do it, but you can't do it out in front of the official like that.
So the penalty will be assessed against the Nanticoke Trojans.
That was they negated a pretty nice play by Norton and the whole Nanticoke offensive team that time.
As the nose of the football will be just shy of the 15-yard line, as Nanticoke will talk it over in the huddle. Play clock is down to 10, so they have to move quickly. Boy, I wonder if they're even going to get this play off. Play clock is down to 2 seconds. Nope, they won't make it. No. They will have to burn a timeout right here. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to play first half. It's Lakeland leading Nanticoke 28-0 on Adams Cable High School Football.
Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium, where Nanticoke was forced to take a timeout. They could not get their offensive unit settled and onto the field, so they took a timeout to get everything settled down, trailing 28-0, and they will face first down and 20 yards to go from their own 14-yard line. Rubel to throw, picture-perfect pass to Justin Casey for the reception near the 32-yard line. Incomplete, or he did not get it.
Wow, look good from here.
Good design. I mean,
again, they're picking the defensive backfield apart for Lakeland.
Casey is a great target, 6'3". The split end, Matt Poinkowski, is 6'4" and 190 pounds. So they have
I will say this: Matt Rubel throws a pretty nice pass too.
They'll try it once again on second down and 20 yards to go. This time they try to
you gotta call that.
Try to go out to Norton, and the football goes off his fingertips.
How they did not call a pick on
yeah.
Oh boy. They called it last night in the Giants game. I mean, I understand it's the NFL, it's different rules, but still, you can't go. You can't go.
Are you saying these guys missed something with the stripes on, Nick?
Well, I know it's hard to believe.
You've been resting for a week, so there you.
I believe me.
Or 2 weeks, actually.
But that again, we saw the bottom of the outside linebacker's cleats there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nanticoke will talk it over. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 20.
Delay a game here.
And they play clock runs out, and Nanticoke will take the delay of game penalty.
Well, I think what we're seeing right here now is just an inexperienced young team.
Well, and Glenn, I think on top of that, a thing that they're not comfortable doing. I mean, for the first, 3 quarters of this half, they were in a tight formations, and now they're coming out in spreads. And you could see they're not comfortable lining up where they are.
Yeah, they're not in sync as Rubel will send Litzy in motion. They're going to punt the football on 3rd down and 25, and it's going to roll inside Lakeland territory near the 46-yard line as Norton booted it away.
Well, that's, at least you don't get a run back that way.
No.
But
you just got to hope to play defense now for the next 228 if you're Nanticoke.
Lakeland again has a pretty good field position, but
and a pretty decent kicker with some non-existent wind right now.
Well,
Nick, tough to see the flag here. Oh, no, not really very windy. No wind
There's
here.
hardly wind at all.
Boy, this is very unusual because I don't think I was ever here when the flag, wasn't blowing around here at Lakeland. So this is Babcock getting the call with a flag on the play.
Well,
and Babcock loses the ball out of bounds.
And they were coming from all sides.
There's your call.
There's the hold.
So a nice run.
All the flags must have been attached to each other. They all came out.
So the nice run. Well, you could tell.
You like that one, don't you?
You could tell Nick was on vacation for a week.
He's refreshed.
He's well rested. He has story. You must have taken the rule book and started reading it down there so you could scrutinize the officials a little bit more when you're
probably more than they usually read it.
He's rolling tonight, folks. Football is at the 35-yard line after the holding penalty. 1st down and 20 for the Chiefs. And it's Roop running the offense. Coming near side. Roop with time. Nice move. Nice move. And now Roop will carry the football to the 44-yard line, where he's tackled there by Brad Markowski.
That was
left
a
tackle
nice individual run for 9 yards, Steve.
Of the Nanticoke defense. He's 5'11", 210 pounds, and a junior. Lakeland moving quickly with under 2 minutes to play in the first half, and Roop will drop back. Now the rush is on, and this time Roop will not get away. John Guzak, 5'9", 250 pounds sophomore, came up to make the tackle. And while we have a timeout, I'd like to thank all of our great sponsors for making high school football possible here on Channel 7. Of course, by Adams Cable Service and Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center. A big thanks to Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the great staff. Gosh, Glenn, when you take your car to Beston's, it looks better than it did when it was in the showroom. Really, they do such a great job. NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield. Big thanks to Nick Cerniak and the gang at NJS. By your Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale. Now is the time to check over your car in this beautiful fall weather. Get it ready for the winter season. Stop in and see Glenn Garth and the staff. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Thanks to Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale. Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street Childs. Now is the time to check out the flooring and the rugs in your home. If you need anything done, give Tom a call. They'll send up their professional staff and take care of you. Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929. Thanks to Mike Mancuso and the great staff there, and Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Thanks to all of those great sponsors for making high school football possible. As Roop drops back, and now he will step up in the pocket and fire downfield, and the pass is batted away. A good defensive effort in the secondary by Mark Walters, the cornerback. He's a sophomore at 5'7", 160 pounds. Played some great defense on that play to knock it away.
He was over the line of scrimmage, though.
So this will be a penalty against the Lakeland Chiefs.
He did step over as before he got rid of it, I guess. It was close.
And here is the penalty against Lakeland. And it will place the football at the 34-yard line.
Illegal forward pass.
4th and 17 for the Chiefs. And Garth Eastat in punt formation, and he gets a kick with a lot of hang time, but it's a short one. And it's going to roll out of bounds near the 46-yard line of Nanticoke. Actually, that ball, they're going to spot this closer to midfield, Nick.
I got news for you. That quick kick doesn't seem so wacky now.
No, good idea.
You just gained 50 yards.
Really?
Close to it. Hey, you got to do something with it, though.
Yeah.
And the football will be marked at midfield.
They have plenty of time.
And we'll see if Nanticoke could get something going here, trailing 28-0 with $1:30 on the clock. And it's Norton with the football across the 45, inside the 40, carrying defenders with him. Lowry on the tackle. Looks like Babcock was in there. And Joe Pigeon combining on the stop. Now Seto will check out of the Lakeland lineup along with Lowry. 1st and 10 for Nanticoke. From the Chief 36. Norton takes the handoff and is stacked up on the play. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. Well, if Nanticoke wants to hit the end zone, they are going to have to move much quicker. Clock is running with 49 seconds to play in the first half. Robert Roth is a wide receiver on the far side. And this pass incomplete inside the 30-yard line to stop the clock. Justin Casey, the intended receiver for the Trojans.
Again, though, Nick, that area is wide open. Of course, the defensive backs probably are back another 10 yards.
Yeah, it's just a soft spot in that zone. Especially when you're spreading guys out with, trips to one side. I mean, you're removing linebackers from the middle.
On the 3rd down play, Rubel to throw, and this pass now is complete at the 30-yard line. Justin Casey has it. They'll be short of the first down. 31.7 seconds time remaining, and we have a timeout on the field with Lakeland leading Nanticoke 28-0. We'll keep it right here and see if Nick has any more updates, as most of these games around the area will get very close to halftime.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
We'll give Nick a chance to fire up the, I don't know, is that an iPhone, iPad? What is that thing you have, Nick, that new technology?
Nick's got the new technology up on top. He's in heaven up there.
I don't know if I'm in heaven, but... let's see. Western Wayne ties it up at 14 with 28 seconds to go in the half.
Hey, that's a good one.
Montrose halfway to 3 wins in a row. 14-0 at halftime against Holy Cross.
Wow, Montrose might end up 3-0 after tonight. 4th down and 3 for Nanticoke. They are going to go long, and this pass is tipped by Eastat and almost intercepted. And Lakeland will take over possession of the football on downs with 26 seconds to play in the first half. Any word on that Carbondale game up in Honesdale?
I have not seen anything yet.
Working on that one, okay.
We got Valley View 14-7 over Wampaupack.
That's probably late in the first half, right?
Yeah, 3:30 to go in the second quarter. That was 11 minutes ago, though. Lake Lehman leads Old Forge 14-13.
Wow, that's a nail-biter down in Old Forge. As this is Furco breaking tackles, and Furco up to midfield. And Robert Roth came up to finally stop Furco. And a timeout. Do we have a timeout? We have a timeout called by Lakeland with 15.8 seconds to play in the first half.
That's a great individual run there by Furco.
Sure is. And with the football at the 44-yard line, Lakeland called a timeout to talk it over. So we'll see what the Chiefs will do on the first down play with 15.8 seconds remaining in the half.
Honesdale 20-6 at halftime over Carbondale area.
Yeah, the Chargers struggling.
Still
They've got
reeling after that Montrose loss.
Yeah, that boy, sometimes it's tough to recover from a loss like that, and we'll see. Maybe the Chargers can, turn it around. You never know what happens with the chalkboard session at halftime, but we'll see the Chargers in 2 weeks when they will take on Lackawanna Trail at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. Here comes Lakeland. Babcock will be a wideout on the far side. On first down and 10 from the Nanticoke 44. And this is Roop scrambling. And he fires downfield, and almost a great catch.
Almost a giant collision between two Lakeland receivers, though. Wow.
So the incompletion stops the clock with 7 seconds remaining. That was Bomba, the intended receiver. So Lakeland with one more opportunity. We'll see what happens with a 28-0 lead and 7 seconds on the clock here in the first half. Roop out of the gun with time. Now he steps up, rushes on. Roop will run it, and Roop breaks a tackle, and he's still on his feet, and then dropped at the 35-yard line. Justin Casey was in hot pursuit right there, guys, and that will bring an end to the first half of today's non-conference matchup between the Lakeland Chiefs and the Nanticoke Trojans, with Lakeland leading Nanticoke 28-0 here at halftime. It's Homecoming 2015, and we will be right back with more action from Lakeland Stadium after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Football.
Dremel, Dremel, Dremel. Hey, Dremel?
No, I'm David.
Can't find what you're looking for? Adams Cable Service has the perfect tool to find what you want, when you want. Just use your remote to access on demand. The on-screen menus make it easy to find thousands of favorite hit movies and shows you can play instantly. Adams Cable Service. It's all about you.
Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop. Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
When your car does this. Call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale. Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family. The Gabriel family and the staff at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated of Carbondale send best wishes to our local athletes and teams for a successful season. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service from Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale.
Okay, thank you, Nick. Next time I'll give you more of a warning.
I would appreciate it.
You've got it, buddy. 28-0 right here if you're just tuning into the radio broadcast, as Ed Lukowski will kick it off to the Lakeland Chiefs, and this is caught at the 36-yard line, and it is Lowry with room across midfield. Lowry with a nice cut back against the grain. Lowry breaking tackles and still weaving his way down to the 23-yard line. What a return.
If we tally that up, Glenn, I know that's probably
That'd be a mile and a half. It'd be a mile and a half he ran.
He's halfway down the mountain by now.
I tell you, he did a great job because he followed his blockers and he took his time, and it seemed like every time he made a cutback, there was somebody there to block for him.
Yeah.
Terrific job.
I'm surprised there's no flags there.
Yeah, that usually happens. On a great
Somebody's
return.
waving around.
From the 22-yard line, first down and 10, Lakeland. And the toss play near side. It's Babcock with the speed inside the 5-yard line, touchdown. 22-yard touchdown run as Lakeland strikes quickly, and they lead it 34-0.
Boy, was that quick. That's just a jet pitch. Get to the corner as fast as you can, and that's what Babcock certainly did.
Boy, Babcock has great speed, and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, Cy was a member of a gold medal relay team down at Shippensburg this year, so you got to be pretty quick to win one of those.
Oh, for sure.
And it's Colin Cooper, the senior, for the point after. Low snap, and Lakeland will pick it up and fire into the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
They practiced that.
Was that Cody Roop?
Yep.
Cody Roop fired it into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and it's 36-0.
Who caught that ball?
Seta.
Well, Seta on the receiving end.
Well, guess what that does, gentlemen?
The 35-point rule is now in effect as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Football. You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale. Lakeland strikes quickly, starting the second half with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And now the Chiefs will kick off to the Nanticoke Trojans as they lead this one 36-0. And this kick will go back to the 5-yard line. And this is Litzy on the return, and Litzy with a good return out to the 30. He's a senior, 5'10", 165 pounds. And folks, keep in mind now that this clock is going to run. We're going to have a running clock here in the second half of this football game with the 35-point rule now in effect.
Well, Glenn, that answers the question how Lakeland's going to come out in the second half.
Well, there you go. That's it.
Didn't take too long to get your
Not
answer.
at all. That answers that very quickly.
First and 10, the Trojans. Some movement on the line, no flag, and the toss play. Norton gets the call, shut down.
No place to go for Norton.
Tried to go off the right side, but Lakeland was right there all over the play.
He's a big running back, but he doesn't probably have the speed that probably Brown has, and he doesn't hit that hole real quick. But I wouldn't want to be the guy to try to bring him down. Not one-on-one anyway.
He can take the punishment too.
Yeah, sure could. I think he could dish it out too if you get him going. And he will get the call once again, this time sweeping to the left side and is strung out and just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, what hurt Nanticoke in their 3 games coming into this ball game, they suffered 12 turnovers.
Yeah, you can't, that is, again, that's a sign of a young team making mistakes, and hard to overcome those things. And 12 turnovers in the first 3 games, that's a lot.
3rd down and 9, Nanticoke. This will be Rubel looking to throw, and this time the pass is complete to Casey, and Casey is across midfield into Lakeland territory for a first down.
He really is a nice target,
Yeah.
Casey.
He certainly is.
He made it look so effortless, too.
Well, Rubel is a sophomore, Casey is a junior, so you know that in the upcoming years that is going to be a good 1-2 combination.
I'm sure Nanticoke fans are probably sick of hearing about it, but they had 2 players who tried to transfer to Berwick, who were declared ineligible.
Yeah, that really hurts a football program as they go up the middle against the Chiefs.
And unless you're living under a rock, if you get one of Berwick.
Yeah.
Must have some skills.
Nothing illegal, huh?
No.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
As the line of scrimmage is marked at the Lakeland 45, 2nd and 8 for Nanticoke. 8:35 to play, 3rd quarter. It's been all Lakeland here on Homecoming 2015 as they lead this one 36-0. Sophomore quarterback Matt Rubel up under center. Rubel on the give, and it is Norton plowing forward inside the Lakeland 40-yard line.
Norton's been effective when he is going straight ahead. Like you said, Glenn, he's not the breakaway speed sweep guy.
No, he's that power. He's that power guy.
Well,
left tackle, right tackle, and right up the middle.
Well, you don't get too many fullbacks that lead their team in rushing.
No, especially when you have someone like Brown who is more of a tailback.
Yep. Oh, he's certainly the go-to guy, but it's going to be they'll be prodding along and pounding.
Rubel off the play fake on a rollout. He's going to keep it, and he will pick up a couple of yards, and then is forced out of bounds in front of the Lakeland bench.
Probably just got back to the line of scrimmage.
First down.
So this is
first down. Oh, they gave him a first down.
He's got a first down, Chain gang will move the sticks.
Bad eyes there.
And Rubel will check in with the play from the far sideline, and head coach Ron Bruza. And the football marked at the 38-yard line, 1st down and 10. And Rubel will hand it off to Brown, and Brown, trying to go around the left side, is hemmed in and caught by the Lakeland defense.
Well, the Lakeland defense is stringing these things out, and then they're getting help from inside. This is just a tough night for Nanticoke to run the football.
Quick moving third quarter of play, 6:22 and counting time remaining. And the Chiefs leading 36-0.
Where's Anthony? Everything's half off at the concession stand.
Whoa!
He's probably driving up from down by Philly right now.
That's a bargain.
Rubel to throw, and this pass is tipped and intercepted by Lakeland.
Oh, he's got some room out here.
And here comes Eastat, and he's caught at the 36-yard line.
Just behind the shoestrings, he was almost able to break that. That would have been a...
If he got out of that tackle, he was pretty much it.
What was that? Half off everything in the concession stand?
Half off everything in the concession stand.
Can you imagine if our former producer, Anthony, was here?
He wouldn't be for long.
Well, he'd be down there in a hurry.
It's one of his favorite places to eat. He never met a concession stand he didn't like.
I tell you what, he should do a special. Football concession stands, rank them.
Lowry takes the handoff and lowers the shoulder as he goes across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Yeah, we miss our former producer, Anthony Cook. Now, hopefully he will relocate back up this way, guys.
Yeah, we do miss him.
Future,
it was all about the position he needed, the job that he had to move to benefit himself. So we understand that, but we miss him a lot. He's a funny guy.
2nd and 3, Lakeland. And Lowry stiff arms a player across midfield and then plows forward into Nanticoke territory at the 42-yard line and picked up the first down.
Nice 14-yard run for Lowry.
2-yard line of Nanticoke, 1st and 10.
So Lakeland will keep the football on the ground and continue to go off left tackle, round left end, right end, as we near 4 minutes to play in the third, and the Chiefs up 36-0. And the 35-point rule in effect, and this will be a keeper by Roop, and he is dragged down on the play. Casey got him for Nanticoke.
Take that Justin, Casey. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Second down for Lakeland. Our next broadcast will be in 2 weeks when we will be back in the Pioneer City for high school football between Carbondale and Lackawanna Trail. 2nd and 10, Lakeland. Quick hitter right up the middle.
That's number 40 on the carry. Paul Sokolowski.
So Lakeland putting some new personnel in the ball game. Paul Sokolowski, sophomore, 5'11", 186 pounds. Taking that handoff. They're down and a long 6. Roop will hand it off. Look like Lowry getting the call, and he falls forward inside the 39-yard line.
They punt the ball. They go 4th and 6 now.
They're going to boot it away.
Yeah, there's no
I'm not thinking here.
Eastat will drop back in punt formation for the Chiefs. And this is a good punt. It's going to bounce at the 5, and you
can't run that back. I was in the end zone.
Goes back to the end zone. Yeah. I think his foot went across the goal line. So this will come out to the 20-yard line.
I don't understand why he backed up to let that ball bounce instead of running up to catch it. Nick, can you help me out with that?
That, or I wouldn't even let him field it inside the 10. Too many things could go wrong there.
Well, a very quick moving third quarter of action here at Lakeland Stadium. 1:39 remaining. And Nanticoke takes over possession of the football. First down and 10 from its own 20-yard line. And they send a man in motion. Rubel will toss it to Norton, and Alec Norton, the senior fullback, tries to go around the left side and once again strung out on the play. So this Lakeland defense has virtually shut down Nanticoke all night. And nothing has changed as the Trojans continue to struggle offensively.
You know, it's a tough grind for Nanticoke. They've been stopped a number of times here by some great defense against the run.
2nd and 9. They will continue to give Alec Norton the football, and he goes right up the gut of the Lakeland defense and advances the football. Let's check this spot. It's going to be near the 37-yard line. And the final 30 seconds of quarter number 3 will tick away, and the schedule won't get any easier down the road for Nanticoke. Next week they take on Holy Redeemer at home, followed by Northwest. And week 7 on the road at Wilkes-Barre Myers, followed by Lake Lehman and GAR. And the final game of the season with Hanover on the road.
Yeah, those are some tough games.
That's going to be a tough road for Nanticoke. And that will bring it into 3 quarters of play here at Lakeland Stadium with the Chiefs up 36-0 on Adams Cable High School football.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop. Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Back to the gridiron for more Adams Cable High School football.
Fourth quarter play just getting underway here at Lakeland. The Chiefs lead at 36-0. Nanticoke facing 4th down, and they will take a timeout to talk it over, and we'll go to another break and return with more action after this timeout on Adams Cable High School football.
The action continues from the 50-yard line with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Channel 7 High School football.
Well, Nick, maybe we won't go to a break. That was a quick timeout right there, so fortunately, the way things lined up on the new technology that I have, it worked out well.
That's good.
So,
well, technology, it's wonderful.
It is when it works, right?
Exactly.
And Norton carries some Lakeland defenders along for the ride for a first down.
Well, it's going, as you said, Steve, going straight ahead. He's a little tougher.
Yeah, he's a power running back going straight ahead. 6'1", 230 pounds. He gets a full head of steam coming at you, and he is tough to bring down. And he is definitely a workhorse and the go-to guy in this Nanticoke offense. They'll send a man in motion as a lead blocker, and Norton will take it around the right side for a gain of 10 on the play and a first down. So Norton picking up the first down to sustain the drive, and what Nanticoke would like to do right here is avert the shutout.
Yeah, sure. Put one on the board. Get yourself a little confidence. Work on some things that you need to work on. Give some kids an opportunity to play.
This time Norton will take the pitch and come to the near side and go across midfield, lowers the shoulder and hammers inside the 45-yard line. Let's check the spot. He may have another first down, guys. Yes, he does.
He's picking up yardage in 12, 13-yard chunks.
Well, guys, I'll give you a couple updates if you don't mind.
Oh, hey.
Absolutely, Nick. You're the man.
About Western Wayne. Takes the 20-14 lead midway through the third quarter.
That's a good football game.
Yeah. Scranton Prep leads Scranton 13-6 in the third. I'm sorry, end of three. Valley View and Walpaupack are tied with midway through the third quarter at 21 apiece. And Montrose with a 28-12 lead against Holy Cross. Nunez has scored 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
Wow. I'm very impressed with Nunez, the running of Nunez from Montrose.
There, yeah.
Yes, definitely, boy. Well, it's a different Montrose team. That triple option is tough to defend.
Triple options like technology. When it works, it's a beautiful thing.
It sure is. You know, it's good to see teams like Montrose getting on the winning track, you know?
Well, I'll tell you.
You know, after struggling year after year after year, it's good to see some of these teams pick up a win here and there and get the program back on solid ground.
Well, meeting the head coach of Montrose a couple of weeks ago, boy, he was hyper for that game. He was ready to go. He was all excited, and he was right.
And here's Norton. Boy, did you see what Norton did, guys? Very well schooled. When he was coming to the near side, he took the pitch, switched hands, put the football in the left hand. That was very impressive.
I think he's a little gassed over here on the sidelines, so he's had a big night.
He sure has. He's had a ton of carries in this football game. Now, you take a look. A lot of first-string players are on the near sideline. Corey Bednash for Lakeland, the left tackle. Sermonero on the near side. So a lot of those starting players across the defensive line are out of the football game, and this is an opportunity now for Nanticoke to take advantage of the underclassmen and hopefully get the football into the end zone. Now we have a player down.
That is
Norton.
That is Norton.
I just think
he's gassed.
Yeah, he's just.
I mean, he carried the ball about 8-9 times in a row.
Yeah. Now Dave is going to pass Glenn a note right here and bring Glenn up to date on the number of carries for Norton.
24 carries.
Wow. $8:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. 36-0 if you're just tuning in. It is Lakeland, your leader, over Nanticoke. Rubel will hand it off, and this time they will give it to Dawson Hughes, and Hughes goes off right tackle inside the 15-yard line. Hughes is a 5'9", 190-pound sophomore. So a big opportunity right here for Nanticoke to avert the shutout as they are on the move late here in the fourth quarter. First down and 10, and the football spotted at the Lakeland 12. Rubel still at the controls, and he will hand it off once again to Hughes. So Hughes straight up the gut of the second team offense of the Chiefs. Good opportunity for the underclassmen of Lakeland to see playing time. This is valuable experience and the future of Lakeland football. Second and 4.
24 carries for 102 yards.
Rubel will hand it off, and this time the ball carrier is cut down near the 5-yard line. And that was Hughes once again getting the call.
Gain of 1, 3rd and goal.
Third down for Nanticoke. They could actually pick up a first down just inside the 4-yard line.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do. They'd like a touchdown, but if they could pick up that first down, give them a little bit more breathing room. And Rubel is going to keep and scramble, and he is dropped, and it looks as though he'll have the first down.
Right by about a 1, maybe?
He'll have the first down. Now, keep in mind that Zach Polito not in action tonight due to the fact that injured hand. So hopefully he will be back in action for next week's game on the road at Lackawanna Trail. He's a vital part of this offense as a receiver. First down and goal for Nanticoke from the 1. And they'll take it in for the touchdown. On a keeper, Matt Rubel, the sophomore, straight ahead for a 1-yard touchdown run, and Nanticoke averts the shutout. They now trail 36-6. Now let's see if Nanticoke will try for the extra point, and they will. It will be Ed Lukowski, the senior at 5'7" and 150 pounds. Out of the hold of Mark Walters, he's a sophomore. Good snap. Lakeland's coming, and a perfect kick. Nanticoke answers with a touchdown against the Lakeland second-team defense, and Lakeland leads it 36-7 on Adams Cable High School Football. Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale. Folks, still plenty of time to get that paving project done, seal coating. With this beautiful weather, now is the time to get that sealer on your pavement. So give Nick a call. Boy, he's been a busy guy everywhere you've been. If you've been anywhere from the Mid-Valley up north through Carbondale, Vanling, Forest City, you name it, Mayfield, German, he's been all over. He's had a busy year, but give him a call. Now's the time to get that work done, Glenn, because you know what's on the way.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I hate to say it, but it's coming. But you know, he does a terrific job, and
a true professional.
Very dedicated to his work too.
So now Nanticoke will tee up the football and kick off to Lakeland. Ed Lukowski will place the football on the tee. And for Lakeland, they will have a couple of men back there on the return team, and Lukowski gets away a good kick. This is going to bounce at about the 2 and roll into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, I'll tell you, there's 2 excellent kickoff specialists here today.
Yeah, a lot of good kickers. So with the score 36-7 and 5:37 to play, with the 35-point rule in effect, it's a quick moving football game.
Yes, it is. You know, and it makes sense to do that, but yet again, when you do that, you don't really get a chance to get enough kids into the game that you would probably like to. But hey, for the good that it does, it's sometimes it you know, one or the other.
You know, for Lakeland right now,
I don't know if this official even knows what he's signaling for.
Well, right now it's first down and 10 from the 20 as Lakeland will go to work. And they will go with the running attack. Tyler Bilotis, a junior at 130 pounds and 5'10", and Nick Perano, the quarterback, a sophomore, 5'7" and 141 pounds. So Perano running the offense now for Lakeland, the sophomore. And with 4:28 to play, they're just going to keep the football between the tackles and get this one in the record books as a victory for the Chiefs here at Homecoming 2015. So coming up next week, Lakeland, they are on the road the next 3 weeks, guys, at Lackawanna Trail, at Montrose, and at Dunmore. And they will return in week number 8 to take on the Honesdale Hornets. Now here is a beautiful run by Lakeland, and they may have another touchdown. And this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a 70-yard touchdown run.
Bilotis.
Tyler Bilotis with that big touchdown run. And it's 42-7, the Chiefs.
Wow, that was, I think, pretty quick kid.
Yeah, sure is. He's a junior, 5'10" and 130 pounds. Possesses great speed. And look at that. He gets a big hug and high fives, everything down in there. Handshakes on the touchdown.
It was a nice run. Hey,
sure was.
A couple of tackles there. Showed some speed to get away.
Wesley Strong for the point after. Low snap. Strong boots that kick, and it is good.
Wesley Strong's 2 for 2.
He sure is. Good job tonight by Strong, and it's 43-7. Lakeland, your leader, as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Football.
When your car does this. Call us first.
Every job is perfect, or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7. Wesley Strong will tee up the football for Lakeland, and you talk about NJS systems and controls. A true professional operation led by Nick Cerniak and the gang. And folks, you take a look at all of the sponsors on high school football that we have here on Channel 7. They're all professionals, and they have been in the business for many, many years. So think of them first when it's a service you require. This kickoff will be returned out across the 35-yard line for the Nanticoke Trojans with 3:39 to play in the fourth quarter.
A couple more updates here, guys. Another barn burner, Mid-Valley and Western Wayne this year.
Wow.
2020 with 9:17 to go in the fourth.
It seems like anytime Mid-Valley and Western Wayne get together, it's always a great football game.
I'll tell you what, that game last year was outstanding.
We had that, yeah.
Wow.
And we got a 28-13 Lake Lehman score at the end of 3. Overall Forge. How about Nunez? 5 touchdowns tonight. Montrose 35-12.
Montrose 35-12 and Nunez with 5 TDs. How about that for a night?
No.
Wow.
Well, you could see it. We saw it in that Carbondale game. He can pick them up and put them down, and he is an excellent runner.
You know where I would like to be after that game? Interviewing Lou Sella.
Oh man. I'll tell you what, do you have about a day and a half?
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of tape on that recorder.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he's a great guy, though. He is so upbeat, it's unbelievable.
I mean, the passion, he has such passion for the game and the positive outlook on everything also. And I think his team reflects that, really. It's great.
Well, he's got him believing up there. That's a good thing.
Yes,
that's
part
what
of you need. You need to get someone that has that positive attitude to turn the football program around. And
I agree.
Hey,
well,
go ahead. Another
score here. We got Myers and Lackawanna Trail. Another barn burner going on. 20-18 Myers. Early in the fourth quarter. Riverside got a 27-14 lead over Hanover at the end of the third. And Valley View at the end of the third quarter with a 7-point lead over Wampapack, 28-21.
Okay, Nick, thank you for the updates. 1:45 to play here. It's 43-7 Lakeland. Have to see if maybe Glenn could get an update on that Carbondale score. Glenn, can you text? Are you good at texting?
Who are we going to text? We'll text Eric.
Eric. Glenn is going to get his new technology out and see if it will
just updated it. It changed my whole face on my phone.
Yeah. Now he's over here trying to figure out how it works, right? During the game. As we near the 1 minute mark left, Nanticoke will run the football. And this is Mark Walters, the ball carrier, to the 35-yard line. Yeah, it would be good to get one more update on that Carbondale game before we wrap things up here tonight at Lakeland.
One more update on the Scranton game. Scranton has a 14-13 lead there in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
So,
boy, that's a great football game.
That can throw a wrench into a lot of things.
It sure can.
And especially with the looming teacher strike, who knows what's going to happen if Scranton might have to forfeit games and West. Who knows?
Yeah,
well, that's always a bad thing about teacher strikes. Yeah, sure it is. There are some schools though that allow their teams to play. Some schools don't allow their coaches to coach. So. I know that the decision was made this week, I think, for the administration in Scranton that they are not having any extracurricular activities during the strike. So,
that is difficult.
That's
hopefully that gets resolved quickly.
Sure. 37.8 seconds to play. Nanticoke with the football, and Walters taking the handoff, and Walters still on his feet across midfield, and Walters at the 40. Gets away from the tackler and falls forward to the 35-yard line of Lakeland.
That was a great block to spring Walters for another 20 yards. Whew.
That's one for the highlight reel for sure. And the final 8 seconds will tick away here at Lakeland Stadium. And that will do it. It's all over as Lakeland defeats Nanticoke here tonight by the final score of 43-7. And Lakeland will even its record at 2 wins and 2 losses, while the Trojans of Nanticoke will fall to 1-3. Nanticoke will next week be at home. They'll be at home for 2 weeks in a row, taking on Holy Redeemer and Northwest. And starting next week, it will be Lakeland going on the road as they will play at Lackawanna Trail in week 6 on the road at Montrose, and then at Dunmore in week number 7. So good luck to the Chiefs as they will go on a 3-game road trip. And, well, that is probably going to wrap it up. We're going to try to keep it here for one more second, but...
Can't get anything. Can't get anything from Eric. I'll try.
Okay.
one of the Gabriels, see if they can give me something.
Well, we're going to wrap things up here on Homecoming 2015 as the Lakeland Chiefs with a big win over Nanticoke by the score of 43-7. So, for Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, I'm Steve Young. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks when the Carbondale Area Chargers will host the Lions of Lackawanna Trail here on Adams Cable High School Football.
This Adams Cable Sports presentation of high school football between the Nanticoke Trojans and the Lakeland Chiefs was brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center, NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by your Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Main Street, Sunoco, Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street, Childs, Figlamini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929, Nick's Excavating and Paving. The starting lineups for today's game are presented by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. Join us again Friday, October 9th when Channel 7 Sports presents a Lackawanna Football Conference Division III matchup as the Carbondale Area Chargers host the Lackawanna Trail Lions here on Adams Cable High School Football.